Your family deserves the most beautiful smile possible. At Tupelo Smiles, we use precision dentistry and advanced technology to make visiting the dentist an amazing experience. Relationship-based comprehensive care. Come discover the difference at Tupelo Smiles.
Dijimos que nunca romperíamos la regla de los 3 segundos. Nunca haríamos esto. Y nunca nos convertiríamos en una mamá con minivan. Como padres decimos nunca sobre muchas cosas, pero los nunca a veces suceden. Así que, aunque digas que nunca dejarías a tu hijo en un auto caliente, es algo que puede suceder. Antes de alejarte del auto, siempre para, mira, cierra.
Being a parent, especially for the first time, with that comes a lot of self-doubt. As a dad, I just try to lead by example. When you're trying to be the best person that you can be, your kids see that and then they emulate that.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Welcome into Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynor, and what a picture-perfect Sunday it was. I hope you got out and about this afternoon to enjoy it. Parks were open, and folks, you needed to get out there and enjoy it because, temperatures were perfect, skies were perfect, plenty of clear skies, and that's one of the things that we're tracking is how long that picture-perfect forecast sticks around for. We know that we have that into this evening, but do we have that into the work week as well? Well, we'll be looking at that in more detail here in just a moment. Dry conditions do continue, but for how long? We have that long-range forecast, like I said, in that push notification that we're walking through not just this week, but even the following weeks to come, just how long that drier weather pattern sticks around for, and that gradual warming trend moving forward, how high those highs get to. We'll have that in full detail on Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Let's start with the first 12, and what we'll get right here is a cool forecast overnight. I would say we're arguably cold, you might use that word. 72 around 7, 62 towards 10. We're already in the upper 50s by 1 a.m. and towards tomorrow morning, you do see 54 degrees heading out and about. So it is going to be a cooler start to the day. Definitely have those long sleeves handy because we are in that part of our forecast just where things get a cool start and a warmer afternoon. Temperatures right now in Edinburgh, 77 degrees, and that sunshine not warming us up too much. So yes, it is a beautiful forecast in the sky. But yes, it is still a beautiful forecast temperature-wise on the ground. Not just in Edinburgh, we're also seeing that there towards Maven, 79 degrees, and a big reason why that forecast is so perfect. 11 miles an hour coming straight out of the north, giving us some of that drier air, so that dew point at around 52 degrees, keeping those humidity values low and keeping the air just so comfortable as we walk outside and just enjoy whatever Sunday evening activities we do have. Oxford, 79 degrees, 10 miles an hour out of the north, and you're seeing plenty of blue skies. Maven, there were a few of those cumulus clouds, but nothing like up there in Oxford. Hopefully folks are out and about. I'm going to keep saying it because that's what we all need to be doing with a forecast like this. Mississippi Live Weather Radar, we do see dry conditions across the region, even if we circulate this back over the last, let's take it 12 hours because it's not going to make a difference. This was earlier this morning. You might notice that there was nothing in the sky, that clear air mode becoming a little bit less widespread. But as we head further into the evening, expect clear air mode to still stick around on our radar imagery, meaning that there is nothing to worry about up there in the sky. And whenever we look at satellite imagery, I'm going to have to expand things out to really get any cloud cover on here because the main stuff that we are watching is down there towards Texas and Florida. Here in the entire state of Mississippi, clear as can be across the area with a few of those, like I mentioned, pop-up cumulus clouds. So that reason why that large frontal boundary that pushed through our area yesterday morning-ish, Friday night into Saturday morning, that's where that front cleared our region, pushed a lot of that moisture out, and high pressure settled into the region on the back end of this. Now that high pressure, you might notice the positioning of it. That's really key to understanding this forecast because where it's bringing in some of that cooler air is on the east side. So it has this clockwise motion to it. And so we basically see this right here. And I'll walk through it, don't worry. That continental air, which means that it's coming from the United States, is much drier and also much cooler, especially with that cold air mass up there around the Great Lakes. So as some of those coldest temperatures are pushing south there into North Mississippi, that's where we get that cooler realm of temperatures. And we're seeing that in Tupelo. We're seeing that even on the southern end of our viewing area there towards Macon. So no matter where you're at, taking advantage of those cooler conditions. And fortunately, as we head further into those overnight hours, that front continues to push further to the south and that high continues to circulate some some of that drier air into our area. So that northerly component starting to shift more towards a northeasterly component, and there's even cooler temperatures over there towards the northeast. So taking advantage of that there towards 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and even there towards 8. So it is going to be a dry forecast altogether. It's also going to be a cool forecast altogether. I know I said long sleeves. I had a sweatshirt on yesterday and didn't sweat a drop. So that should tell you how cool it's been. And so I know some folks at church today were in the long sleeves and comfortable as well. So it's a great sight to see if you are excited for that fall season. Mid-50s there in the morning, though, does warm up into the mid-60s by 9. We're talking low 80s towards the afternoon, so not near our seasonable average, and we'll take that for as long as it does stick around for, because into that extended forecast, warming trend happens and those drier conditions do continue. We're going to be walking through that in detail coming up here on Mississippi Live Weather at 6. In the next 60 is just how long these beautiful conditions, this picture perfect forecast continues. That coming up on Mississippi Live Weather in the next minute.
Up here's where your biggest risks hide: leaks, mold, and expensive damage. Most commercial roofs fail slowly until they fail big. Why rip it off when you can restore it? Our silicone coatings stop leaks, prevent mold, and extend your roof life without the high replacement cost. It's a 30-year watertight roof, energy efficient, leak-free, and half the cost of replacement. And it's backed by GE's manufacturer warranties. Facility managers love this. No disruption, no tear off, and long-term protection for your property. Trust Absolute Restoration for your commercial roof.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Well, welcome back into Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I hope you guys are taking advantage of this picture perfect forecast. I wanted to show another one of our sky cams there from the North Mississippi Storm Chasers, because it just encapsulates how great those conditions are. 79 degrees there in Monroe County, with Aberdeen showing right there 6 miles an hour out of the north, so not as breezy, but hey, 6 miles an hour straight out of the north, enough to clear out that cloud cover and moisture there towards the Gulf Coast region. So taking full advantage of that, not just in Monroe County, but even as we jump there towards the northwest side of our area in Cleveland. 82 degrees and showing off that sunshine there in the sky. I mean, not doing its damage. We're not seeing warm temperatures whatsoever, but that sunshine, definitely a great sight to see whenever you walk out the door and head into whatever your afternoon entails. Greenwood, 82 degrees as well. Usually one of our warmer areas here in North Mississippi. The fact that we're only talking 82 degrees tells you how great that forecast is. And yes, you do see that one cumulus cloud there off there in the background, but that's really the extent of the cloud cover that we have. Temperature-wise across the region, we've been talking about those cooler conditions, only talking about the upper 70s for a lot of us, low 80s for parts of Eupora, Grenada, Greenwood, even out there towards Cleveland, but those clear skies, I mean, absolutely phenomenal. And the drier air with no rainfall to track, that is also a fantastic forecast. We had a saturated day for our Saturday. We need at least 50% of our weekend to be good, and I think we reached that threshold with our Sunday forecast. As I expand things out, we mentioned that some of that moisture down there across Gulf Coast regions really have to reach as far back as the Texas Gulf Coast and there towards Louisiana, some of those pop-up showers. Back behind me, if you were watching the Jacksonville game earlier on today, they actually had a rain delay, and you can see why. I mean, a lot of that thunderstorm activity right over the top of Jacksonville and Gainesville. So a busy day for some parts whenever it came to their football forecast. But for us, if we had a game here in North Mississippi, which I'm definitely not opposed to bringing an NFL team here to North Mississippi, well, it would be a good forecast for it. Your day planner into those evening plans, 68 degrees around 8, 62 by 10, and 60 degrees by midnight. You see clear skies all throughout the evening, going to be cooling us off nicely. Whenever we have that moisture, or at least that cloud cover in the sky, temperatures don't drop nearly as much. Keep it pretty uniform, but the fact that we're clear overnight means that we're going to be cooling off pretty drastically. And a big reason for that is something we've been talking about for a while, that northerly wind circulating in some of that drier northern air. And that's going to be by 10 p.m., still seeing those clear skies, so already seeing those temperatures drop. So hopefully you're in bed before 10 p.m. because we're going to be seeing some cool conditions overnight. Your Monday morning starting off with partly cloudy skies, so that'll at least bring some of that moisture back into the forecast. But trust me when I say This will not do any damage to our temperatures. We're not going to be seeing overly cool conditions or overly warm conditions. We're going to be right in the middle at that perfect temperature. Low temperatures, low to mid 50s across the region, 55 Starkville, 52 in Bruce, 52 towards Senatobia. And as we continue through the day, I mean, we'll see those temperatures warm up ever so slightly. Your school day forecast, 54 around drop-off, like I mentioned. Make sure to have those long sleeves for students waiting up at the bus stop to head into the school day. 73 towards lunch and 81 by the last bell. If you don't have plans for your Monday afternoon just yet, make some and then put it outside, because that'll be the way we take advantage of this forecast, especially with how much sunshine we'll be seeing. A lot of the cloud cover that's showing up here on Futurecast going to be way high up in the atmosphere, so that sunshine still reaching the surface just a bit, and probably going to be more of those hazy conditions rather than a mostly cloudy forecast. So your Monday morning into the afternoon, still seeing those that high-end cloud cover, and that'll continue there towards your lunch, early afternoon, and then further into that mid to late afternoon. We do see some clearing as we head further into that mid to late afternoon time frame, really out there towards the delta we can see right here. But overall, I'm not overly high on rain chances, not expecting that for your Monday, and we'll continue to see those drier conditions persist and temperatures gradually warming over time. So yes, this will be the coolest forecast we'll have over the next 7 days, so enjoy it. But temperature-wise, we're still well below average. 82 Tupelo, 79 still showing up in Boonville and Holly Springs, 81 Senatobia and South Haven, and 81 there towards Cleveland. So it is still going to be a cool forecast towards the afternoon. Heat indices showing that it's still going to be a dry forecast. So when we say comfortable, we're really emphasizing that. I meant to take this graphic out. Do not take that. There's not high school football on Monday, but if you want to go play some football Monday, still great conditions for it. Futurecast on your Monday looking at, or this is going to be Monday evening, a lot of that cloud cover shifting out there towards the east. What we're left here in North Mississippi, dry air, clear skies. You know what this entails. We're going to be cooling off once again, heading into those overnight forecasts. So Tuesday morning going to be starting off pretty cool as well. I'm not going to say chilly or cold. I don't think I'm going to pull that just yet, but definitely a cool forecast. Tries to bring in some moisture. Now, we're not high on this whatsoever because of how dry that forecast is. That northerly wind still cycling into the area, going to be blocking out a large part of this moisture. So yes, it is showing a few of those pop-up showers, but a lot of those chances actually out there towards the Gulf Coast regions. And looking at this now, this is very hyper aggressive on those rain chances. I will have to look at this behind the scenes, but I wish I could block all of this because we're not expecting rainfall in that Tuesday forecast. Again, staying on the drier side as we look at that extended outlook. So take advantage of it, get outside once again, and trust me, it will be a good forecast for those outside plans. So temperature-wise on your Tuesday, mid to upper 80s expected across the region, so that gradual warming trend already taking effect, and 90s definitely possible for our Tuesday afternoon, especially if that sunshine ramps up just a bit more. Heat indices at least indicating that that drier air is still sticking around, so if 90s do return, it's not going to be oppressive, not anything like that, and we'll continue to enjoy it. And as we look at those high temperatures for the next several days, 82 jumps to 86 Tuesday, jumps to 89 Wednesday, and then we're back into the 90s. We're still in summer, so this is no surprise in that extended outlook, but definitely grateful it's not oppressive at the very least. And we talk about rain chances Tuesday again. Some isolated showers were trying to pop up on that model run. I'll address it behind the scenes, but we're not expecting any rainfall for your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and on into next weekend, staying on the drier side with maybe a few isolated showers there for Sunday. Your day planner, 54 degrees around 7, re-emphasizing that Monday forecast, how it will be a cool start to the day, but then as we head towards the lunch hour, 76, 82 by your afternoon. And those temperatures just continue to warm up as the week goes on. 89 by Wednesday, like I mentioned, and then low 90s there for your football forecast for high school and college. Luckily, low temperatures pretty comfortable to start the day, going to be in the low 60s each and every day beyond the next 48 hours. So that's just that extended outlook showing that warming trend. Dry conditions do persist all week long, but it doesn't end there. We're actually talking about even drier conditions heading into early parts of next week. So we will walk through that forecast here in more detail on Mississippi Live Weather at 6. So stay with us here for the very latest.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us, Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Well, we said the forecast would be dry, and it's been exactly that for our Sunday. But the dry conditions actually don't end there. You might notice that this frontal boundary has fully cleared along the Atlantic coast and towards the Gulf Coast regions. That's where the rain chances lie as of your Sunday evening. But looking at that extended outlook, you might notice that that dry forecast, I mean, we are the bullseye of that dry forecast for September 13th through 17th. So paying attention to those drier conditions, and we know Drought Monitor comes out Thursday. We do expect those conditions to be worsened, of course, with those dry conditions this week. And even on that extended outlook, I mean, what are we at? We are at September, I believe my watch is dead. I don't even know why I'm checking it. September 7th, 8th, something like that. I think we're on the 7th. Okay, sorry about that tangent. So this is actually the next 7 days and then some. So we're going to see drier conditions even beyond that point. So this Thursday will look worse. But next Thursday following, I'm kind of scared to see that one. And then if we're talking about the Thursday after that, I mean, still drier conditions. We are right in that bullseye once again. Whenever we look at that wetter to drier scale, we're definitely on that drier side. So not expecting anything in the way of rainfall anytime soon, or at least not impactful rainfall. And temperature-wise, yes, we're around average for this week, at least as the latter part of this week kicks in. But then towards next week, some of those warmer temperatures start to creep in there towards the Mississippi Delta. I mean, over there towards Kansas and Nebraska, it gives you an idea of conditions could be worse, but that'll slowly creep more towards North Mississippi as we head into that extended outlook for the rest of September. Some of those warmer conditions getting on the east side of our viewing area with some even warmer temperatures trying to get there towards the Senatobia and northwest Mississippi region. So we're paying attention to that long range forecast, but not really paying attention with excitement because we need that moisture, we need that rainfall, especially for farmers that are trying to get their crops ready for that fall harvest. Of course, we'll be walking you through every step of the way in that forecast as we take a look in more detail. But for today, dry conditions continue to stick around, perfect for any plans you may, allowing you to get outside. 72 degrees around 7, 62 by 10, 59 there by 1. A great forecast for getting out and about, and there is still time to do so for your weekend, so take the time to go and do that. I think Patty was in the chat saying, repeat, repeat, repeat. I would love to say the same forecast every single day because today was that perfect, and I agree with you very much so. Copy and paste it to each and every day this week. I know fall is close. We're inching one day closer as each day passes, but summer does try to get one of its last surges in at the end of this week. We'll walk in more detail with that forecast tonight at 10, so make sure to tune in then, but you can always stay informed using the Mississippi Live Weather app, iOS and Android right here. We also do have an announcement that we are on Apple TV officially, so search Mississippi Live Weather and you'll be able to pull that up today and stream our 24/7 channel and of course our broadcast at 5, 6, and 10 on your evening and 6:30, 7, and 7:30 in your morning. So speaking of, here's that broadcast schedule if you need a repeat of it. We'll of course be back this evening at 10 p.m. for the very latest on that forecast and the dry, emphasis on dry week ahead. And meteorologist Maggie McCauley walking us through that forecast 6:30, 7, and 7:30 on your Monday morning. Going to be a chilly start, so make sure to have those layers ready. But we'll have more details on that forecast coming up tonight at 10.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Laupon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Laupon has proven himself trustworthy